Good morning, Valley. Today on Valley por Vida, we're learning all about how you can enter into an educational automotive technician program right here in the Valley. We're also checking in with our friends over at Yaqui Animal Shelter for an exciting live stand-up comedy event that benefits our local furry friends. We've got info on special courses that will benefit students at premier high schools, plus so much more. Now, there's a lot going on, and we've got you covered here on Valley por Vida. The show starts now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us this morning. I'm your host, Danielle Banda.
Content segments during Valle por Vida were paid for by Premier High Schools.
All right, well, Premier High Schools are tuition-free public charter schools where students can recover credits, earn a diploma, and get industry-recognized certifications to start a career in healthcare, public safety, engineering, drone operations, and so much more, all at no cost. Now, there are 6 Premier High School locations right here in the Rio Grande Valley, and our team went ahead and spoke with two of their representatives, for an in-depth look. Go ahead and check it out.
Good morning, my name is Juliana Lopez. I'm the campus director at Premier High School, Edinburgh, Career and Technical Center. So what makes Premier unique is that we are, by design, a small school, so we have small learning centers. We have implemented various projects. One in particular is Capturing Kids' Hearts, where we want to connect back with our students in person as they're returning back to campus. And we want them to feel safe, feel comfortable, and come to an environment that is prepared for them and ready to learn and to get back into the regular classroom. So we have various career options that we help students prepare for the next phase of their life. It may be anything from flying a drone or welding, phlebotomy, any of the different law enforcement, so maybe arts, media, entertainment. We offer certificates, we offer training alongside with the school choices and the elective courses that the students take, and it gives them an opportunity to experience real-world work experiences and to also graduate with a certificate that will allow them to work after they're done with high school. The way that we are different is, again, it's a very personalized setting. We sit with every individual student, we get to know them, we talk to them, we teach kids how to plan for their high school career, which courses they may want to select. They get the choice and the freedom to choose the different courses that they would like, and then students then continue to work on it. But it's about building those strong relationships through Capturing Kids' Hearts. We're different because we offer dual enrollment. We offer different types of settings that are either online or on paper knowledge units, so that students can learn depending on whatever modality is best for them. At Premier High School, we're always promoting our slogan, which is "Don't wait, graduate." So we welcome students. We're always enrolling. And so the first thing is just go to premierhighschools.com, fill out a quick application, won't take you long, and then we get started as soon as possible with our students.
Good morning. My name is Laura Thatcher. I'm the campus director here at Premier High School of Mission. I'm here representing all the Premier High Schools in the Rio Grande Valley. There are 6 conveniently located. Brownsville has a location, as well as a new campus in Weslaco, who is fully staffed with educators that have a lot of experience. And we have a San Juan location, and then we come down to Mission. In Edinburgh we have a location, and Palmview, and then this one in Mission. And they're all conveniently located with a lot of educators just waiting to teach your children and try to fill in those gaps. We are a high school, grades 9 through 12, and we serve 2 different populations. the younger high school student that's ages maybe 13 or 14 to 18 years of age. And then we have an adult school that students can visit us and enroll and get their education, towards that diploma, ages 19 through 26.
Again, there are 6 premier high school locations in the Rio Grande Valley, and there are several factors making their campus different than other high schools, including flexibility in your course schedule, ability to recover credits quickly and graduate early, plus so much more. And remember, their team is able to help students get career ready while they attend class by offering CTE options. Now, you can feel free to call 877-707-9288, or you can visit premierhighschools.com if you'd like more information.
Content segments during Valle por Vida were paid for by Premier High Schools.
All right, well, September is National Preparedness Month, and the IRS is urging taxpayers to prepare for natural disasters. Now, this can come in many forms of planning, so our team went ahead and spoke with one of their representatives to learn more. Go ahead and take a look at today's Safety Check segment.
I'm Michael Devine from the Internal Revenue Service. I'm so glad that you had me here to talk about being prepared for disasters. September is Disaster Preparedness Month, and the IRS wants everyone to be prepared for something they really don't want to have happen, which is a disaster. And that could be a hurricane, an earthquake, a fire, a flood, any number of disasters will strike. And if you're prepared, it makes it easier to recover. And that's one of the things the IRS really wants people to do. As a matter of fact, on our website, irs.gov, we actually have booklets that you can download and print out and fill in with a pen, whether it's for your small business or for your personal life. And it just kind of walks you through all the steps of making a preparedness plan so that if the worst case happens, you're ready to recover from it much quicker than if you didn't do anything and it just happened. Well, using the most current disaster declaration, which was for Hurricane Ida in Louisiana, the way that process works is if there is a natural disaster, then the governor of the state will request that the president issue a disaster declaration. That allows FEMA to start its processes for providing support. One of those things is to tell the IRS that we can help. And that's things like extending deadlines. For example, for all the people in Louisiana, the entire state, if you had not filed yet and had an extension that would expire on October 15th, because of the hurricane and the disaster declaration, you now have until January the 3rd to actually file the paperwork for your 2020 tax returns. That's just one of the things the IRS can do. We also, if you're in that disaster area, we automatically know it by your zip code, and that's on the last return. So we're able to do things based on where you live without you actually having to do anything. Your safety comes first. So you have to prepare to get out of harm's way. Have a weather radio so that you know that it's coming if you don't always watch TV. And so when you're in danger, run away. Just get out of the way. Let it happen and then come back. And the IRS will do what it can to help you recover from that. But it's your safety. One of the things that you should do is document what you have. If you're going to have to file an insurance claim. So having a good documentation helps that process go along. What I recommend is, take your video camera or your cell phone, walk around your house, and give us a tour. Describe what that antique furniture in the corner really is. And that way, when you get done, you save it to the cloud, you download it to a flash drive, and then you've got a permanent record. That's something very important. If the disaster hits your house, it might hit houses in the local neighborhood. So pick someone that you trust to hang on to all of your information that you've put on a flash drive or a CD, if you didn't put it in the cloud, so that if your home is destroyed, you can go to your trusted friend or relative that doesn't live close by and say, okay, give me back those, that flash drive, give me back those papers. One of the greatest tips that I ever got from a fireman was where to keep your last will and testament. He keeps his in a double Ziploc bag in the bottom of his freezer because a freezer is going to survive a fire and all the stuff that melts is going to protect it. So just think about where you would have to get that information. How quickly you can get it isn't important. You've got weeks. So take your time, but plan for an emergency. Primarily, we're talking about paper documents here, because if they're electronic, they're in the cloud already. Most people get documents from email from their banks, financial institutions, credit unions. And so if you can get those documents back from, some other place in the cloud, you probably don't need to worry about making a copy. But if you get paper copies of your will, of your birth certificate, your social security card, your COVID card, you want to scan those so that you can save them electronically and have them available in the worst case scenario. But when you store them someplace safe where you can grab them if you have notice to leave. You can get your documents in some kind of a container that's waterproof. But remember, getting away is safer. Having everything you need if you evacuate. One of the important things to remember, if you evacuate and you can't go home, you may need to tell your employer and the IRS that you now have a new address so that we can actually reach you with correspondence. So it's little things to think about. And that's when you're trying to run away from danger, that's not the time to do it. Do it when it's safe so that if it happens, you know exactly what you're going to do, where you're going to go. Well, I want to thank you for having me on, and for everyone who has a plan, you should update it once a year because things change. For those who don't have a plan, then you need to have one. Go to irs.gov, get a copy of the booklet, and it will let you write down all the things you've got, numbers, where you bought things, what you've got, in case you lose them, and it will help you if you have to file an insurance claim, or more importantly, if you need to claim a non-covered casualty loss, something that was a lot of money that wasn't reimbursed for some reason. You can claim that as a loss on your tax return. You can do it for this year, or you can do it for the prior year, which would mean filing an amended return, which you can now do electronically.
Again, be sure to visit irs.gov for more information on how you can plan for National Preparedness Month. All right, well, it's time now to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But be sure to stay tuned because Valley por Vida will be back. And we'll be speaking with the team over at Texas State Technical College about how they're helping to fill the state's need for automotive technicians. Details on that program plus more coming up.